Capetanos, what's up?
Hey there, man. Honestly, thank you for letting me stay on my station and answering the question.
No problem, you should move.
I understand. No word on the boots. Have you seen the new boots? And you agree with them?
There's only two other boots that meet the specification. That's one of them.
Yeah, but I understand that that's specification, but we're not doing those turn coat types all the time, most personnel. All right, listen, it's just me and you talking.
If you read the definitions for the technical rescue spec, 1951, it defines the kind of things that EMTs and paramedics do every day. We're not like EMTs and paramedics in other parts of the country that go to motor vehicle accidents and wait for the fireman or the rescue squad to extricate them and then pass to the patient.
Now, but why is it that when we go to abdominal pain or a sick job or the unknown condition or the shot that we have to wear these boots?
Because the way we operate really doesn't facilitate that the employees have to be wearing multiple types of footwear. You know, the ambulance is designed to hold extra footwear. We're not operating from a station like the firemen who put their fucking sandals and when they get a job or when they're out on PI, they got their stuff on. We're always available and in operation mode.
But we had the situation before, we had boots, and then we wore these boots.
Well, we allowed that during the period where we were trying to ensure that everybody had the boots. We couldn't mandate it if we didn't have a boot for everybody because then we'd have a problem for people who don't have the boot and we say it's okay. But then if they get hurt, it's like, well, you said you couldn't do it unless you had this. So it was always understood that as soon as we addressed the fitting issues with the majority of the workforce, and we were ready to do this probably in April of last year, and then, you know, union raised a whole bunch of complaints, so we did, we'll delay it, we'll do a whole other series of fittings. But, you know, right, today, there's only 8 people who are unresolved.
Understandable.
Unfortunately, you're one of the 8.
I know.
But, you know, 8 out of a workforce of 3,200 is even by all stretch, not
of course. But then you also have what we call people that are allergic to latex, people that wear spectacles like yourself that are also allowed to have non-latex gloves as well as liners.
But non-latex gloves still provide you protection that particular piece of equipment has.
But you're accommodating that.
And by coming up with an alternative boot that still has the same protective qualities that we require is an accommodation. And if boot number 2 doesn't work, we're prepared to try boot number 3. And if boot number 3 doesn't work, then we'll have to make a decision at that point in time is how do we accommodate you? And if they mean you can still work as an EMT and get your salary, but you're going to work in a non-field assignment, like you do with people who have other sort of injuries
that you can't accommodate. But it's unfair because we don't go to all those assignments.
But that's the requirements under the law, and we're only going to be complying with the law. So the union at some point may argue that the standards are inappropriate, but that was those standards were decided before me. Now, I happen to agree with them. I think it's good that we have those protective standards, but that was decided by a committee when I was a planning chief, not involved in PPE. That wasn't really in my area. So there was a committee that decided that. If and when it gets to a point that there's some argument over whether or not the protective standard is overboard or not, then someone will evaluate that and make a decision. And it won't be the fire department, it won't be the union. But this arbitration right now is not about whether the boots are too protected or not. It's strictly about did we violate the agreement about what we provide you as part of the union.
So there's no alternative right now?
Yeah, there's 2 alternative boots.
The one that I got fitted for is on the tape or higher.
I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that. I cannot wear it right now.
Of course they do.
And you're only doing one job.
Over 3 weeks ago.
You know what?
And what's it called? When I go to that section, even though like last year was there, how long did I need 91 for? First, you had it out. You got it written down.
You're not getting it.
It doesn't matter, it will be in a couple of days.
Oh, you are getting it.
If the haste is no good, then we go to the thoroughfare.
So my other car friend is about to get the hate.
I think the fellows did a very good group.
I think 511's are better.
We're going to go there, Corey, go there.
Well, there one, just that one class. You know? Because my EDP starts to go bananas. He starts to go bananas. So we had a summer.
They're good fitted for Hicks. So they tell me that the Hicks should be in any day. As soon as the Hicks come in, they'll put them down. Here you go.
Now, after speaking with the Hicks representatives, and I asked them how long these would be worn for, the board representative stated 4 hours max. 4 to 6 hours max.
And I got it.
6 hours is too much.
I think what he stated was he wouldn't let it 4 to 6 hours. That's correct.
Let me tell you, if I had never read those boots in the trade, I might not be here. You can't run it.
It's true, you can't run it.
Right.
See how much bigger they are than your regular boots?
Not even now, I thought about the new Hicks, which are a lot heavier. There are a lot of...
The weight wasn't your issue.
No, I thought about it.
Material was your issue, right?
But now, according to the manufacturer of the Hicks representative, he stated that the standard state has to be out of a certain material. They can't change that material.
Take care, my brother. Thanks for coming.
They say the certain material has to
The Hicks boot don't work, then we gotta go to the other boot. I tell you, the Hicks guy said a lot of things that he shouldn't have said. He almost wants me to say I'm not gonna offer his full alternative no more because he's pretty much now, contaminated the boot. There's 9 people, they all heard him say, I wouldn't wear these boots more than somebody else. So now in your head, they're not made to be worn. The specification clearly says they're to be made for you to worn for an extended period of time.
Yeah, but
that's the specification. Whether or not his preference is to wear that long or someone could physically wear them that long, that's a whole different story. But the bottom line is, if you bought a car from somebody, they told you this car's going to last forever, in your mind that car's going to last forever. If you went and got a car from like this, in about 3 years you're going to have lots of problems, you probably wouldn't buy that fucking car.
But if they don't tell you the car's going to last forever, you're not going to buy it.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
Tell you, we're not going to agree on it.
Jerry, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Chief, thank you again.
Come on,
I'm not trying to attack you.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you. And again,